is developments in the Dar al-Islam from 1200 to 1450 CE. This is the empire of Islam. Basically, when I say Dar al-Islam, I mean anywhere from Asia into India, into Spain and North Africa and West Africa. Two main caliphates we will talk about, the Umayyads in Spain. We'll talk a little bit about the Abbasids, but we're more focused kind of on the Umayyads and kind of the overall expansion. Things to note about other Islamic empires, because there are a lot of other ones. They are all politically Islamic, meaning that they are all going to be the same fundamentals comes to their belief systems, but they'll just be ruled differently. They will all be ruled by a caliph. The caliph, think of it like as the leader. Think of it as the religious leader, as the successor. Maybe an emperor to an empire might help you. They all encouraged Islam. You were willing to be able to practice other religions under them, but they would try to also convert, not forcibly necessarily in all cases, but sometimes, yeah. Spread Islam through trade. A lot of it was through trade, specifically in West Africa. They're in North Africa and West Africa. But these empires were not a part of when we talk about the Umayyads and the Abbasids. We'll talk about Spain. Spain is Al-Andalus, or Andalusia. This is the Umayyad dynasty from around 711 to 1492. Yes, that is important. 1492 is when Columbus sailed that ocean blue. But he only got the finances to sail the ocean blue because Ferdinand and Isabella had kicked out the Muslims, had exiled the Jews, and now is a Christian nation under Ferdinand and Isabella. Okay, that's why that date kind of is in sync with that. In Cordoba, in Spain, under the Islamic rule, though, in that 700-year period, you have an incredible beacon of light. Europe is struggling after the Roman Empire fell. Right? Knowledge is completely lost, but Spain is this thriving metropolis of tolerance. Yeah, sure, you're Jewish, great. Hey, sure, you're Christian, great. We all have good ideas. Let's come together and translate text. They're translating Greek and Roman text. They're translating other things. They're discovering things and amplifying things. And it was where the Wi-Fi was at, right? Sevilla is in southern Spain, another great metropolis area for urban growth, but Cordoba is the fundamental one there in Spain under the Umayyads. But again, multicultural. They will introduce many of those advances into Europe. Africa. Trade in Africa will spark an Islamic trade in Africa, from northern Africa to western Africa, will help spread Islam. This is one of the biggest factors in Islam spreading throughout Africa, is just trade. Muhammad was a merchant, so it was very endearing if you were a merchant, and they prized merchants. So while there were a lot of merchants, you definitely became incredibly rich by being a merchant, selling stuff, trading stuff, right? Mansa Musa will be one of the most influential Muslims when he makes his Hajj from Mali and makes it to Mecca, going through major cities all around North Africa, gets the eyes and the attention of Europeans, like, who's that guy with $400 billion and is richer than Jeff Bezos? My God. Islamic empires will emerge in Mali and Songhai and Ghana. In Southeast Asia, from the 1100s to the 1400s, Muslims will trade throughout that area. They're not going to be politically unified. They're not going to come under one rule, okay? They'll be fragmented because there's a lot of islands out there. There'll be a blended form of Islam that will occur in that area. It's not exactly what is in India. It's not exactly what it was in Middle East or Africa or Saudi Arabia. It's all these different mixtures of different Islamic ways. Much as kind of in Christianity, it's not exactly, if you're Christian, it's exactly how you are in every single way. We know there's different denominations of Christianity, while there were different styles and empire rulings throughout the world under Islamic rule. Okay, but they have the same fundamentals that are there. But because they're mixing with Hinduism and Buddhism, it does create a very interesting, a very different style of Islam. The Delhi Sultanate. Delhi Sultanate took India mostly by force. So this is like northern India, okay, from 1200 to 1450. Many will convert to Islam, but more specifically, it will be the Buddhists that will convert, be more likely to convert, and lower caste Hindus will convert. They'll convert because they need a better life. And if you are the lower caste, you are the outcast, you're outside the caste system, yeah, you want a better life. I'll join this new religion that's egalitarian, meaning it's equal. Great. I can be equal and I don't have to die first before I move up. So for a lot of these low caste Hindus, this is a better life. This is a chance at upward mobility during your lifetime. Under Hinduism, you have to die. Muslims will pay lower taxes, they'll still pay taxes, but if you want to believe in different things, they're tolerant of it, but you just have to pay taxes, right? And they've raised the taxes to get you to change your religion sometimes. In northern India, they will trickle down into southern India, but their government, if we're looking at the government and cultural focus, the government side of it, most of them are caliphs running by the Caliphate, which is that empire. They are Islamic based, so they're basing their government off of Sharia law or religious law, so they're going to have that same fundamentals. Okay? They're not going to kind of sway in that regard. And they're going, when it comes to culture, they're going to be what's known as syncretism. Well, they're going to adapt some things, say in India, when the Muslims come to India, those Indians will kind of mix some things with the Muslims, and the Muslims will mix something with the Indians and the Spanish. Everybody is kind of mixing in their belief systems and culture and taking things, much as we do, from other people, and people take from us because they like that. That's a good idea. I'm going to take that. That's a good idea. I'm going to take that. That's pretty much what is happening with this syncretism, but syncretism is more related to, more likely, religion. They're syncing up different parts of it, okay? Syncretism. Technology theme. The technology theme, a lot of what they're getting from this is going to be based in these universities that they have, like this knowledge preservation. Okay, let me show you how to build this. Let me show you how this works. Here's all of these texts on astrology, astronomy, science, medicine, literature. Everything's going to be in like places like the House of Wisdom in Baghdad, in modern day Iraq. They're translating the Greek and Roman texts. Throughout the years, they have been kind of fumbled around for a while, and they've been moved from different locations from Rome to Constantinople. Constantinople has been kind of lost, and people were holding them and hoarding them, but they will invent things like the Latin sail for sailing, astrolabe for navigation, improve upon the paper maps, algebra, all these things that are helping them navigate. And a lot of their pursuit of knowledge deals with, because it's directly coming back to religion. They want to obviously trade better, but they also want to know where they are in position to the earth. They want to say, hey, I need to face towards Mecca. I need to know exactly where I am. I need the calculations down pat so that I know where to face towards Mecca at all times. Okay, so a lot of their advances in math and science and things of that nature does stem from their religion and why they would want. Well, this has been the second episode. Dar al-Islam, 1400 to 1450 AD.